Happy Wednesday, you lovely people, and welcome to episode 57 of One Credit Classics. Before we get started, I just want to tell you about a new program that I've recently set up and how you can get involved and help out with the channel as you do it. We've joined the Amazon affiliate scheme. In the description box, you'll find some links. The first link, labeled Amazon Affiliate, save that in your browser, and whenever you go to Amazon to buy something, use that link. You won't pay any extra, but I'll get a small percentage kickback per transaction, which will help with the run of this channel and purchasing merchandise. If you join Amazon Prime or Audible for a free trial, I get a kickback as well, even if you cancel. So there's another 2 links respectively in the description box. If you want to check that out, sign up and get shopping. To the matter in hand, however, we're on the Sega Megadrive and we're back in 1993 with yet another version of one of the most important franchises of all time. It's Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition on the Sega Megadrive. This version was called Street Fighter 2 Plus Champion Edition in Japan and Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition in North America and Europe, and was released on September 28th, 93 in Japan, September 27th, 93 in North America, and October 29th, 93 in Europe. It was the first of 2 Street Fighter 2 ports for this console, and it came on a 24 megabit cartridge. This version was originally intended to be a standalone port of Champion Edition. However, following the announcement of Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the SNES, Sega ordered their version to be delayed so that Capcom could add all the extra content from the SNES Turbo version as well, resulting in the title change. Nintendo didn't want anyone else using the term, specifically Turbo, so the versions were slightly differently named. The SNES menu has Turbo first and then Normal, Champion Edition underneath, whereas the Mega Drive version has Champion first and Hyper underneath, which goes all the way to 10 stars without the need for a cheat, like the SNES version. This game also forced Sega to design a 6-button controller because their standard 3-button pad was woefully inadequate for this type of game and used the start button to switch between punches and kicks. That worked as bad as it sounds. Now, a good friend of mine at high school called Zaz had this, and during an Easter holiday in the early 90s, I lent him my Amiga 600 and he lent me his Mega Drive for a fortnight. He had a load of really good games, as did I, although his were all legit obviously and not done through Xcopy. But he had Street Fighter 2 and 2 of the 6-button control pads as well. I love this version, and as much in later years I ended up with the SNES version, I still really enjoy playing this and do all the time. Anyhow, you guys know the drill. We beat up 12 people and try and win the title of World's Strongest. Let's do this, shall we? Right, we will have a look at the champion mode because we did Hyper Fighting, the super mode, the turbo mode, sorry, when we did the SNES version. And we're going to play it on level 6 like we did with the other one. 6 out of 8. Why not? I've used loads of different characters in all the Street Fighter 2 clears. But I used Ken back in Season 1 on the original Street Fighter 2 arcade, so it's kind of nice to come back round. So obviously the difference with this is the fact that what you'll notice is that this is the Championship Edition, so you haven't... Oh, nice, bit of a gold final. You haven't got Oregon kicks in midair. It's a bit slower. It's the main thing is the fact that they tweaked it kind of slightly, but you could be the boss characters, which is the big thing. Come on. There you go. You notice already there that Ken's Dragon Punch is like, even on the Champion Edition, comes a lot more kind of forward. Right, let's do it. See Days there? No. Oh, he is. Nice. Can by numbers. Spamming Dragon Punches in the corner. I mean, the sound is what it is. It was always going to be the Mega Drive's kind of Achilles heel, really. Like, you always, especially on speech, you found that it always had that gravelly, do you know what I mean, Mega Drive kind of thing. But in terms of playability, like, it holds up really well, I think this does. Come on. And cross up. Nah, he did well there. The other thing as well is, like I said in the intro, playing this, like, the 6-button pad that Sega brought out to play this in the Mega Drive was really a precursor to the Sega Saturn pad. The Saturn pad had the same basic format, just with a couple of triggers. Oh, terrible. And he can move forward doing that. I'm getting badly corner trapped here. Oh, come on. That was garbage. Jesus Christ, it was on me there. Right, he ain't getting off lightly this time. Come on. Yeah, get that. You want to play the predictable game, do you, son? Not here, you don't. Cretin. Yeah, attack me if you dare. I'll slow fireball you to death. Oh, Sonny Brazil. Blanca randomly listed a 6'5" on his thing, but he does hunch over quite a lot. Suffers like all of us do with poor posture. Although 6'4" is ambitious. Come on, let's cross him up. Oh, that would have wounded. Not as much as that. Sit down. They nerfed it. Throw damage on this. If you remember the playthrough we did with Guile on Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior, I mean, throws do a ridiculous amount. Guile in general is pretty overpowered now. Yeah, get that. Oh, I fancy to jump in there. No. Yeah, playing this on the original. The thing is that the D-pad on the original Mega Drive pads was nowhere near as good as the SNES one was. And when games like this came out, where you had to do kind of rotations and stuff, it became painfully obvious that the Mega Drive had to kind of change a little bit. Nice. Come on. Oh, dude, that's the danger. I mean, that's some skills. Settle down. If you could do that back in the day, that was quite big. Because it'd let you do flying hard punch. I always used to love flying hard punch, uppercut, dragon punch. Oh, here he is. Gal theme sounds quite cool in this, actually. Bit tinkly, but... Oh, come on. Bass Rutten, you walked right onto it. Oh, God. Oh, re-dizzy. God almighty, I did well not to die there. I'm going to have to slow fireball him to death. Or at least try to. He's 100% going to come forward and try and get some kind of cheap finish. Oh, come on! Jesus Christ, I'm having to work for this. Come on. I could have sworn I could have made him over the top of that then. This ain't getting well here. God, that was lucky. And that was... That, however, wasn't. Oh, jeez. Both hits of it. God, it's making me right scrap for this guy. Liz. Jesus Christ, that was lucky. Still got to get him another round as well. Oh, right, come on. Focus. He wouldn't even duck in there, the prick. Is there anything worse than that? Guy blatantly starts not charging his special moves up. Come on, he's at that point. Bollocks. God, that was pretty lucky as well. I was getting right on the end of that. Can't block any of these, can you? Try him a fast one. Do you know what? I'm quite happy to sit here and just occasionally slow fireball you. Oh, come on. That was so stupid. Yeah, the difference, as I said there, like, I kind of looked out a little bit there with Ken. Because on this, they'd made small superficial changes to certain moves. They'd balanced a few characters. But they'd already started to try the differentiation process between Ryu and Ken. Obviously, oh nice, that might daze him, I would have thought. Jump. That was pretty scrappy, to be honest with you. But yeah, they've already started to try the differentiation process between the two. So Ryu's Hurricane Kick on this is a one-hit knockdown, whereas Ken's will combo. Oh, always a fan of that. Gotta stop doing that. I'm dead. Right, Ken's weight. He always has been on this, but like as you move forward through the versions, like his like undeniable aggression is inevitably what gets him into trouble. Now this is Champion Chun-Li, not Turbo, so she hasn't got a fireball on this. Oh, nice. Oh, well, that wasn't nice, but... Like, you have got it on this that, like, if you try a Hurricane Kick with Ken and you're up close, or it's as they're getting up, or like you'll find that you can kind of re-dizzy him if you hit him enough times. You'll hit like 5 times sometimes. Get that. Oh, settle down. Oh, Ziff. Trying to throw there. Oh, God, a perfect anyway. Jesus. That flying kick. That flying kick middle sweep cross up. Settle down. Bonus round, is it now? Yeah. Let's have a look. So. Ken really good for this, obviously. So sick. It was always that thing with Ken of trying to get the distance right, so you could do either a hard punch or an uppercut straight into a dragon punch and try and get both hits of the dragon punch in. It was hard, but it was. I mean, I've been fireball spamming a lot of people. Zangief, there's no other way to fight him, really. Oh. Settle down. Don't make me do the jumping up and down thing. It saddens me that I have to keep doing this. One thing with him, he always comes out being dazed dead quickly. I mean, that's peak, innit? That's peak Zangief walking forward, getting flying kicked. Some characters that just doesn't work. See if it works straight from the bat. Let's have a look. See, no, not really. He's closed the distance there. You've got to get him right on the end of it. See, he's dazed there. I mean... Oh, that's so cheap. Still, they don't ask how, they ask how many. Get up. It's too early for you to be defeated. Oh, who's up next? Everybody's favourite. Oh, Dalson. Got the elephants in, which is quite cool. Like the elephant kind of noise, which is one of the things we always talk about whenever we play a Street Fighter game. It's so true, though. Come on. Play the fireball game, do you, son? Spoiler, you don't. Range on that Dragon Punch is so sick. It's like Ryu's goes almost straight up, and his goes like at nearly a 45-degree angle. I mean, look at that, cleaning people. Oh! Settle down. After a less than solid start, I mean, that's a couple of good performances there, back to back. DL, shut them elephants up. Oh, he's taking a kick in there, in all fairness. Stay at that map, flat earth, though. Look into it. An ice wall. Where's the ice wall? Right. Oh, yeah, I need fast fireball and slow fireball on this. This is dangerous, I don't like this. That's more. No, it's not. Come on, that hasn't dazed me, has it? That has. Bollocks! Fuck off. There's nothing worse than that. Right, I can do this. Piece of cake. Just need fast fireball to start with. Alright, he jumped. Bollocks, I'm supposed to do that. This isn't ideal. Right. Didn't mean to do that either. Is he just gonna... I think I'm done here. God almighty, that was close. Don't panic, Mr. Mandarin. Right, fast fireball. Right. Beautiful. Take no chances. Come on. Oh. No. Like that's can you imagine that? Like that 6 slow fireball spam in the corner. I mean, if that was real life, I'd have stopped that because the geezer would have shoved me off the machine or somebody would have hit me with an ashtray or something. Go on, that is bollocks, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to stand. I always think to myself, this will be perfect. This is the perfect method of doing it. Until you realise it isn't. Well, that was pretty legit. We're going to do that. Never quite works out, does it, that? You always perform loads better on that once the pressure's off. Right, sunny Spain by the ice wall. Yeah, Vega's not too bad on this. Yeah, get that. That is an absolute dyed-in-the-wool classic with him. If you do a Hurricane Kick and he starts blocking it, not only will the hits chip away and it might knock his claw off, but he'll inevitably do that slide, which is dead over committal when you land. If you kind of duck and block, you can nearly always clip him. Like that. Oh, settle down. That was decent. Uppercut, three hit, uppercut, Dragon Punch got both hits. Oh, savagery. To be fair, Ken's pretty much crushed everybody at this point. Right. I forgot what I was for a second then. I zoned out. He rates throwing 2 high kicks. Sagat does on this. I mean, what were you hoping for there? I mean, that's you done, innit? Decent. 7-5-8, right. Same again. 2 perfects on Sagat would be legit, but I can't. If something will go wrong, he'll just clip me with a fireball or something. Oh, there you go. Not a lot off 2 perfects there, really. Just 1 block fireball. But that's the difference, you see, from 28,000, do you know what I mean, and 50-odd thousand. Right, final boss time. Sunny Thailand. Let's get a piece of bison, shall we? He's quite hard on this, in all fairness. I mean, that's a solid performance. That's as solid as you're going to get on here. 80,000 though. Right, same again. Therein lies the problem. Yeah, I was way too far away to try and get that. Oh, beautiful. And that, my friends, oh, is 1 credit as advertised. Started off a bit slow, to be honest with you. Dropped a few rounds. Terrible against Honda. And then had that had a bit of a tough one against Balrog, didn't we? But we got there in the end. Oh, Ken and Eliza. Nice, quick change. I mean, he's not going to look back at that wedding photo in 20 years' time and think, God, what was up with my hair there? Nobody told me about my eyebrows either. But still, I mean, what is the past if it's not a time for you to dress like an absolute cretin and look back when you're a bit older and be like, oh, Jesus. And the barrel breaking ending, which you don't get at anything other than level 6. And the music's like it's that theme, obviously, but it's like a different, bit of a different version of it. Like it's a bit more kind of synthy, I suppose. The other thing I noticed about this is like all the characters on this look a bit more tanned. I just think it's because the color palette they used. But yeah, like they all look a bit, and obviously the fact of the options that they had to do with the hardware. But yeah, they all look kind of slightly, slightly different, slightly darker. But once again, it goes back to the same thing I always say. Like this music's fantastic. It's one of the best pieces of Street Fighter music. It's one of the best. It's one of my favorite pieces of video game music, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, I forgot you can charge that, can't he? Yeah, we struggled against it. He is hard though, like, he's only going to hit you a couple of times. Everybody else we kind of did alright. The other thing that's funny there is, I mean, if we would have got that last perfect on Sagat and another perfect on Bison, we probably would have hit 1 million there. Which is a cool thing. I quite like the idea. I think I'll do that long term as well when we get back to next season, do the bonus channel. I'll try and do a 1 million point run. Maybe try to Ryo with someone. Do it on level 6, I reckon. Level 6 is a good level because it's hard enough to be hard, but like it's still... It's kind of... It's still a challenge, you know what I mean? But you get hidden stuff for it. Like, not to say I couldn't do it at level 8 because I did the Street Fighter 2 at level 8. It just take a bit of time to learn a couple of the patterns and stuff. I might try that as well. Who knows? And that, my good friends, is that. What are we going to get? Is it going to... Am I going to press start? Yes. Beautiful. And there we have it. Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. It was at that point where, like, this game was selling. Do you know what I mean? You could have put this game on... I mean, the Amiga version of it sold pretty well, and that was dire. Like, you only had one fire button, and it was on about 4 floppy disks. You know what I mean? Terrible. One of the worst conversions I ever played. And I was so psyched to get it as well, and I just got it, and it was rubbish. And I just remember, like, saying to myself, it's not that bad. And then I played it on the SNES, and I was like, yeah, we're going to have to stop with this. But yeah, like I say, something that kind of... It was one of those things, really, then. Like, I suppose you see it a bit now with kind of the Xbox and the PS4, do you know what I mean? You get kind of... Nice, Balrog's doing decent there. Yeah, like, you get kind of various exclusives and bits and pieces like that. But, I mean, back then, 92, 93, there was staunch exclusives, you know what I mean? You were never seeing Sonic on anything other than a Sega machine, or Mario on anything other than a Nintendo machine. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was unthinkable. And when a big franchise came out that both of the guys wanted it, the big players wanted a part of, like, it made sense for Capcom to port this to as many systems as possible. I mean, this came out on the 3DO, and apparently, like, not this version, but it was Super, the new Challengers, came out on the 3DO, and it's regarded as one of the kind of the better versions out there. But it just goes to show, do you know what I mean? I mean, I can't really... I could probably name you maybe 1 or 2 other 3DO games, but it's like, oh, it had a Street Fighter title, and you inevitably know they sold some units off the back of that. This game was everywhere. I mean, this is... Oh, God almighty. How many Street Fighter videos have we done on this channel? And it's not even the fact that, like, it's kind of a fallback for me. I just love it, do you know what I mean? I just love any excuse to play Street Fighter 2. It's just... This, for me, is the definitive version of one of the... Or the definitive kind of... Not version in terms of this Megadrive one, but Street Fighter 2 and its various iterations, for me, is the definitive... the definitive one-on-one fighting game. Like, I never played a better one. Like, I love Tekken, and do you know what I mean? There's a lot of games that I put a lot of time into. I like Mortal Kombat, and even though, like, from a playability point of view, it wasn't as good as Street Fighter 2, and there's a lot of other games that I went on to play quite a bit of, beat 'em up wise. But I just, for me, it never got better than this. You know, like, you play it kind of now. Obviously, if you've got yourself if you've managed to get yourself a SNES Mini, or if you're into the emulation scene, you play these coin-ops. Like, they're just really hold together. You know, they're just really, like, at that point where the gameplay mechanics just work. Do you know what I mean? Just still work, and that is just at the crux. And why it's so good to do Street Fighter games is that's at the crux of this very channel. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to watch super modern games, do you know what I mean? 511 and 254. Settle down. Sorry, I just lost track of that then. Like, Mike Tyson was billed. I was watching. I had a few friends around last night, and we were watching Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. And Mike Tyson was billed as 5'11 and a half, and I always thought that looked ambitious because Buster Douglas looked about a foot taller than him. But anyhow, that's details. And I've done it again. Do you know what I mean? Completely forgotten what I was talking about. When I listen to this video back, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what you're on about. But yeah, like, the ethos of this, that was it. The ethos of this game is central to the ethos of this channel, really. That if you do want to watch super modern stuff, that looks like kind of really being there, then obviously you know this isn't the channel for you. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of full of games from the 80s and the 90s. But I mean, the thing with stuff like this is the fact that the gameplay base of these games is so solid, so solid that it just, you can play these games. Do you know what I mean? Like I can come in from work and play Street Fighter 2. Like I could do it tomorrow, and it'd be dead good, and I'd really enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Or you could sit down and play Mario Kart or Mario Brothers 3, or do you know what I mean? Or you could play like I say Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or anything that's solidly gameplay based, or Zelda or Secret of Mana, like anything like that from that era, and it still kind of really holds up. And that's the whole kind of point of all of this. Shout outs to everybody who's been a big part of the channel over the last couple of weeks. Jesus, we had a big one last week, didn't we? That Super Ghouls and Ghosts video, it was everywhere. I posted it up on Reddit. So if you subscribed off the back of that, and you like saw the Ghouls and Ghosts video on Reddit on the mini SNES subreddit, thanks very much for taking the time. And I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Hope you stuck around and checked this one out. And also as well, like to everybody else, like the usual kind of suspects, thanks for all the support as normal. Like I say, we're making kind of big strides towards like 600 subscribers, and we've got a couple of episodes left for the end of the season. So yeah, just keep on trucking with it. I said at the start about the Amazon affiliate link. I'm going to put that link in the description of every video we do from now on. But yeah, it's just a cool way. Like I listened to a pro wrestling podcast called Between the Sheets, and they've had an Amazon affiliate thing for ages, and they do this like radio game where like one of the guys buys loads of stuff on Amazon, and the other one figures out, because you can get a list of who's bought what, reads out all these items and tries to figure out who's bought what. Do you know what I mean? So if it's like if the guy from the show's bought it, or if it's like a viewer, and it's like, it's really good. It's a dead clever thing. But it just made me think like it'd be cool to get more stuff made, do you know what I mean? To get like some more mouse mats and some more mugs, and do you know what I mean? Like I am looking at shirts and some more kind of merch of that nature, but it takes time, and I need to get the designs right and make sure everything's kind of spot on with it. And then that's the thing for me, like I just think that like if I can find a way that we can put more money into the channel without you, I'm not gonna say without you having to spend anything, because you do have to spend stuff, and so do I, do you know what I mean? But here's the thing, like it's not extra money. Like if you click on that link, it doesn't change anything about your Amazon experience. You don't get charged anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. All it means is that every time you purchase something, Amazon will give me like a small percentage towards it, and then after I've got a certain amount, do you know what I mean? Like I can like take that money and get some stuff made with it, pretty much. That's the kind of logic behind it. But yeah, if you go on Amazon and you shop kind of on there, then click on the link in the description box, get it saved in your browser, and then whenever you go to Amazon, just use that link, and like you'll be giving back to the channel. Because like I have so many people who send me really nice messages about how much they love like the stuff that we do, and how much they enjoy the videos, and like if it was me and stuff, I'd kind of quite like the idea that I could do something to kind of, I could do something to contribute, without sounding selfish, I could do something to contribute that's not going to cost me any money that I wouldn't be spending anyway. Like, if that makes sense. This feels to me like the best way to kind of do stuff. But anyhow, enough of that. There isn't going to be any more talk of that. I'll just put the link in future description boxes, do you know what I mean? It's not going to become some kind of big like, and now a word from our sponsors. Just click it, see what you think, and if you want to buy stuff, then buy stuff. And if you don't, then just keep watching the videos. And it just amazes me that people kind of watch these things, you know what I mean? This is the 57th one. It's unreal to think now. But yeah, right, and I'm gonna go. This cup of tea's gone long past its best. I'm gonna make another cup of tea, probably head to bed, because it is a Sunday evening at the moment. And then what I'm gonna do is record some more episodes over the next couple of days. There'll be another episode, the Shining Force episode 15 I think we were on when this comes out. Obviously 16 will be out, so we haven't got many more episodes left. But yeah, keep getting involved with that. The support's been really good. And yeah, any questions about anything, you know where I am. Take very good care of yourselves, you lovely people, and I shall speak to you all very soon. Take care.